Hey everyone. So today is part of my Let's Talk About series, and if you're unfamiliar with that, basically all it is I take a cosmetics company and then I give you a little bit of history and I show you the products that I have, I tell you what I think, and I do swatches. So it's kind of a, mass amalgamation of a lot of things. That's the way it's supposed to be. But today we're talking about sleek makeup, and I could not find any information about the history of this company, which is very unusual. So the history part of it and any information about like when did it start, is it owned by anybody, do they own anybody, that sort of thing, can't do it. If it isn't there, then I can't tell you. So this is basically going to be a product review then, and a little bit of information about sleek makeup. Okay, let's talk about availability. If you go to their website, which is sleekmakeup.com, it basically will tell you that you can order online to get their makeup. And if you click on store locator, it shows 7 different stores in Great Britain where it is available. However, if you go to another page on the same site, they would make it look like you could get it at Superdrug or Sephora, and there was a couple other places too. So there's a bit of confusion about that, about the availability, and the only thing I can think of is that it is quite possible that it is available at some Superdrugs or some Sephoras, but not all. At least that's the way I interpreted it. So, okay, so what I have here is I've got 2 of the Sleek palettes, and by the way, I think I would have to say that most people know about Sleek in the first place because of Pixie Woo here on YouTube. They use these products in their videos quite a bit, and I think, we can assume that they are sent these products to use. So that's how I know about Sleek. And anyways, I've got 2 palettes. I've got Chaos and Storm, and I've got 2 blushes. I've got Pomegranate and Pixie Pink, and I'm going to show you these things and tell you what I think about them. Alright, let's start with the eyeshadow palettes. Okay, I'm going to begin with Storm because this is probably one of the most well-known palettes. And by the way, these palettes don't open well, so my first my first criticism is that I have to use a nail file to get it open, because I'm not the kind of person that is going to shove my fingernail in this little crevice and try to pry it open, because if you just take your thumb and try to open it normally, sometimes it will open, sometimes it won't. Okay, and then you get a big mirror in there, and you get 10 somewhat neutral colors. I mean, they're neutral, but they're not. This is a pretty well-rounded palette, and the cost of their palettes is $10, so you get 10 eyeshadows for $10. Okay, so for that price, I wouldn't really be expecting much. So let me swatch some of these colors for you. So you can see these ones across the top are definite neutrals. I'll let you draw your own impressions from what you're seeing here. And I'm not going to try to describe those colors because I'm so bad at describing colors. So you can tell what they are. I ran out of fingers here. I would say that they are moderately pigmented. They're not chalky. They're not super pigmented, and they're not pigmented, and they're not chalky. Let's swatch the black. The black is not that pigmented. Aha. The brown is pretty nice though. Okay, so I would say there's some inconsistencies with the pigmentation. I noticed some of the colors swatch better than others. The color range in this neutral palette is pretty diverse. More diverse than what I would say you would normally get in a neutral palette. This palette is $10, people. I don't expect it to be fantastic for $1 in eyeshadow. So, is it worth the money? Yeah, definitely. I think that, you know, for that price, it's a bargain. Let me show you the other one. Oh, this one opened pretty easily. This is Chaos. And there's lots of unique colors in here. So let me swatch these. This is like the bright magenta, bright yellow, sort of a tan. I think this color is in the other palette. This is like an orangey color, a brown. Whoa! That's not the black that was in the other palette. Bam! That's a good one. But of course you can tell by looking at this that, you know, they're trying to make this a very bright palette. There's a white. That's a nice white. I like it. It's sort of a pinky color. I love that green. That's unique. Very unusual. This orange, they seem to have duplicated twice in here. I can't imagine why they would duplicate the orange. Do people use an extraordinary amount of orange that they would need two of the same color in the palette? That's a bit odd. And then there's this pretty royal blue, and then more of a turquoise blue. But do you see the difference there? See how pigmented that deep royal blue is? And then you go to the turquoise one, and it doesn't even look like true turquoise on my finger, but it does in the palette. Oops, sorry. See what I mean? But yeah, I mean, these are $10, so for $10, it is definitely a good deal and worth purchasing. Would I buy more of these palettes? Probably not, only because I have so many eyeshadows that I like better, that I probably wouldn't. But if you're looking for a bargain, if you like a palette for traveling, and you want to be able to bring a lot of colors with you, and if you only pay $10 for it, you won't have to worry about it getting broken or damaged in traveling, then this would probably be a good idea for something like that. Is it going to be my go-to palette for every day that I'm going to reach for? No, of course not. But if you're looking for a bargain, I think these are, you know, a good deal. Okay, let's move on to the blushes. I bought two of the, well, I didn't buy. I did a swap with my friend June, so I got these in my swap. I've got Pomegranate and Pixie Pink. And again, I cannot get it open, so get out my trusty nail file. Okay. Bam! Pomegranate Pink. Okay, my opinion about the blushes, they are $6.50, which, you know, not bad, and it's a normal size blush, I would say. These are fantastic for $6.50. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Very pigmented, very pigmented. You have to be, you know, pretty careful when you put these on because you can definitely go overboard with that one. The other one is pomegranate. Look how pretty that is. This is a very unusual color, I think. This one is not quite as pigmented, but it does go on fairly pigmented and is just an absolutely beautiful color. I really like these blushes, and I think I am going to get a lot of use out of them. I am very glad I got these. Would I buy more? That all depends. If you look at their color range of the blushes, these two, to me, are absolutely gorgeous. I did not see any other colors that I really was interested in or would want to wear, so unfortunately, the rest of the colors that they have don't appeal to me. If they come out with some new colors, I would be all over them. I really, really like these blushes. So, you know, the eyeshadows are okay. I probably wouldn't purchase any more. The blushes, I would absolutely purchase if they came up with some more colors that I liked. But, you know, different people have different tastes, so you may really like all those blush colors that they have, but it just depends on what appeals to you personally. So that is my product review on Sleek Makeup. I will put the link for the company in the description box. It's sleekmakeup.com, but you know, just in case you want to just click on the link without having to type anything in, I'll put it there for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.